What's up, Third ID? This is Sergeant First Class Jay Johnson, female type. I am the platoon sergeant of Night Stalkers, 2nd Platoon, Bravo Company. Go Night Stalkers, who actually go battalion now because we are now battalion step. As you heard the last time I addressed everyone here, we stepped up battalion. Lieutenant Colonel Flash is taking over as battalion head, and we went to S-Shops. But if you want to know more about that, that's going to be in the July podcast where he himself goes into more detail about what's going on, and you all can see exactly what's going on with that. But this is the August podcast, so let's see if we can dive into some new stuff, and hopefully you guys will learn a couple things from this. So, as you all know, Operation Bright Star was a roaring success as we concluded our operation in Germany, and now we are headed into Operation Freedom Sentinel. I'm not really too clear about how it's going to, like when it's coming out or how it's going to be approached, but that's the name of it, Operation Freedom Sentinel. You'll be hearing new stuff about it probably after this podcast is released and before the next one. So just contact your squad leader, your platoon sergeant, or your platoon leader. They should have more info on it when the time comes, or just wait and see. So we're just going to go right into promotions. This month, I want to congratulate everyone for getting promotions. We have some private second classes, some private first classes, and some new specialists, even corporals all over the place. But as you know, if I sat here and congratulate each individual person like individually, then I'd be sitting here for the next hour or so. So instead, I'm going to cut it down to anyone who's achieved the rank of Sergeant First, well, not Sergeant First Class, the rank of E6 or higher. And only one person is on this list today, and that is Sergeant Jay Keys has been promoted to Staff Sergeant. He has taken the mantle of 2nd Platoon Hellhounds in Alpha Company as their platoon sergeant. So I met him about 5 months ago. He was in Spartans, and I was in Phoenix as a squad leader, and none of my guys showed up. So I got tacked on to Spartans, and they made me a fire team leader for that one instance, and they gave me keys, or staff sergeant keys, and somebody else, I forgot their name. And it made me want to be a fire team leader again. I really miss being on the front lines. And he is a great guy. I said from that exact moment, that guy's going to be a squad leader one day, and not more than 3 months later, he's a squad leader, and not more than 2 months after that, he's a platoon sergeant. So again, congratulations to him. Great guy, love him to death. He's great. But let's move on to other things. ARMA game changes. Now, ARMA has been producing a couple things over the past couple weeks, I want to say. They are working on their Orange DLC, not the title, but that's what they're using right now. It's approaching its very final stages of development before making a public appearance. They can't wait to properly introduce you. It might even be much sooner than everyone thinks. There's a bunch of news articles on their website where they talk with Bohemia Interactive website. Back in March, they talk about it. The price of it is going to run somewhere between €7 to $8, depending on your conversion rate. However, the Orange package grew beyond initial expectations in terms of concept and content. For this reason, they decided that the Orange DLC will go on sale as a pre-order first, and the price will be set to a full DLC, such as the Armor 3 Jets, which will be between €10 and $12. The price of DLC Bundle 2, which is already on sale, includes the DLC, and that will not be changed. So, America's Army didn't really do any announcements. The last thing they did was they released the America's Army Proving Grounds on PS4. They took a lot of the PC servers down so they can make them strictly PS4 only. And I know a couple people that played it. It's a good game, but it just needs polishing and needs work. That's just something that they're going to have to deal with the console port. But until then, we hope to see that the game keeps growing and keeps getting a higher fan base. And as far as Insurgency goes, if you're an Insurgency player looking for a little more competition, folks at the gym have you covered. They have been running competitive community and looking for more players to fill their ranks. And Insurgency's really been pushing this, the new world for Insurgency. They've been trying to, they haven't really been putting out too many patches as of late for the base Insurgency game, since Insurgency Sandstorm has been heavily hyped up. So hopefully we're going to get that somewhere between now and the end of the year. I'm guessing it's going to be about November, or at the latest, maybe May of next year. But here's hoping for that. And that's all that we're going to cover about game updates. It's kind of a short list today, not too much to go over. So hopefully get you guys in and out. And as far as events goes, we have a few events that's coming up this month. One of the events are going to be the Airborne School that ARMA is hosting. And that's going to be hosted by us. Normally, as you all know, ARMA is hosted by the 173rd. Well, not ARMA, but the Airborne School is hosted by 173rd. We decided that after being with them for so long, we have our own one for APG. We started hosting one for ARMA. But we're still going to be qualifying 173rd Airborne School if you want to attend that. This school is more made to be European friendly. So if you have a really awkward time zone, like from UK or even Australia, the farthest person we have away, that takes place at 1230 Eastern Standard. So that would let the UK guys get in. Now, if you want to go later in your American time zone, then we host it still at 2000 Eastern Standard. So hopefully you can fit that into your schedule and go show your love. 173rd. Also, we have our Air Assault School 1 and 2. Both of those are being hosted by 1st Sergeant Gilmore. Airborne School 1 is going to be hosted on, let's see if I can get the time here. It is going to be hosted on August the 26th at 1300 Eastern. It's going to be on a Saturday. You need to have Airborne School 1 done before you do Airborne School 2. And if you do both, you'll be eligible for Pathfinder School, if I'm understanding correctly. Airborne School 2 is going to be on August the 6th, Saturday at 1300. So, August the 5th. I almost said 6th. August the 5th. So be sure you guys show up, get trained, because honestly, in ARMA, in my understanding, I've seen a lot of airborne missions. When I was ARMA, I did more air assault missions than I can even count. So it's obviously training that's going to help you out in the long run, and it's going to increase your knowledge in the game that you're participating in. And that's all the training courses that are coming up this month, to my knowledge. We're going to try and squeeze in a WLC before the end of the month, but the date has not been set to official yet. So keep your eyes on the forums. If you want a WLC, it's going to be there. I don't think ALC is going to be hosted until next year. So if you missed out on the last one, I'm sorry, but WLC is coming up. And that is the last thing we have for this month. It was a short cosplay. It was a short podcast that we just did. So hopefully you guys learned something and you got all the information that you need. And with that, we wrap it up. This is Sergeant First Class Johnson reporting out. Stay frosty, Third ID. Rock of the Marn. Hooah.